said before we moved on into our first song, they're relatively evenly matched in on the ladder, so it should be a relatively tight game. We hope, but we'll be able to talk more about it at the end of the first quarter and see how it's going. But Ipswich are looking they looked better. They've started to improve, and they actually came out and trained on this field rather than Limestone, getting used to the conditions, because it is, for a field that's not very far away, there is a massive difference in the environment and what it's like to play here versus Limestone. A lot more dewy out here, a lot more slippery. So, and
we are feeling a little bit of dew at the moment.
Yeah, Tracy's already had to wipe the laptop down a couple of times. So it should be an interesting contest. And
the Cats are more adept here because they know what to expect.
Yeah, but it's hard to say that as well, because a lot of these players haven't actually played here. They've only played here once before.
We were only just saying these are maybe a lot of Eagles players.
Yeah,
as
there's
well.
a lot of Eagles, which is good and a bit frustrating. Frustrating for I, and in fact, because I only know 3 or 4 other names out there. But good because it shows that a lot of the senior players from the Cats last year are playing Ipswich 1 over at Limestone Park. So as you can hear the Ipswich teams coming out now, you can hear, I don't know if you guys hear
the song,
which is a bit of a interesting one.
Yeah.
Remember, they paid a lot of money for the song. They might as well use it.
Right. That's the first time I've heard it played since, I guess, we were playing it.
Yeah, so...
and that was a couple of years ago.
It's a good song because it's in the tune of the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah. It's
great.
Right. I knew you'd like it.
Always. I'm wearing my Bulldogs jacket as well, along with my Big Freeze beanie.
Now, I am going to move over here to my camera.
Yeah, so...
now, no one else will be able to see that. But if you do want to see the live stream, it is on West Bremer Sport.
And you should be able to find a link for it eventually on the Cats page once they get to be able to share it on there. But yeah, look, it's going to be a good game. It's interesting look at the moment, obviously, with the Ipswich team wearing Eagles colours. Used to be the Amberley Eagles, so, you know, they're close to home from the original one. But also you're playing the Alexandra Hill Bombers, who, you know, also could be right at home on the RAF base right next door. So, yeah, it should be an interesting game. But yeah, it's really going to be... it's going to be hard to really say anything, and you can see I'm stuttering a bit because
we are waiting for the game to start. We're just anticipating them to start it a little bit early, as they have been in the past. So umpires,
yes, umpires, not referees. Umpires in the middle waiting for them.
I think I got undone for calling them referees at one point.
Yeah, they've called for the captains for the toss.
All right.
But yeah, it's like you said, we made a joke about it before we even went on air. We're probably going to get home early because we don't have Zach, but also because they're going to start a bit earlier.
Absolutely.
So I know, Zach, you're listening. Hopefully you're listening.
Nah, he's probably switched off. We've played like 4 songs now. That's it. Game over.
He's probably mad that you haven't played Great Champion yet. You know, it's a tradition on a Friday night to play Great Champion.
It really isn't, and I am set to break it if it is.
It's all right. We'll get Marty to have a few cans and go out to drink. I think go to sing it. I think.
Yeah. All right. That'll be interesting. All right. So captains are now in the centre. I'm going to see if I can capture this, folks.
As you can see on the live stream, if you're watching, Eagles colours. So you got the blue and gold versus the blue and red. So hopefully it's not too much of a clash. I don't think they know who won the toss.
It looks like.
The Ipswich won it and looked like they're going to the city side, but he kind of pointed both ways, so I'll be interested to see if they actually know when the game starts.
Lock of the draw.
But yeah, good first win on the board for Ipswich. Got to take little ones where you can.
All right, is that your prediction? Is that your official prediction?
Always going to have the prediction of Ipswich to win, you know.
All right. How much by?
I want a close one, so we'll say about, 5 points. I reckon
5 points. I reckon. All right, that's the official.
The team who kicks straight will be the team who wins, I think. And that's the thing we've been doing all season. And to bring on a bit of last night, which we'll quickly gloss over. Yes, the Bulldogs lost to Hawthorn. They didn't kick very straight and didn't play the greatest. But accuracy is what's going to win games. And we've said that multiple times out here, where there's been games where there's been cost by not the straightest of kicking. But if you're not going to kick straight, you want to still kick goals, which with what Cooperoo did to us the first time we played him out here with Ipswich.
That's right, yeah.
So it should be an interesting game, and yeah, it should be good. It's going to be hard to not call them the Cats and seeing an Eagle colour. It's a bit of a strange a view from our perspective, seeing the different colours.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing Cats colours out here. But anyway, we've got Eagles colours, and it is Ipswich 2 up against Alexandria. And the live stream is now live, so you can go and check that out on West Bromwich Sport. Or if you do want to take us wherever you go, it is still live on the West Bromwich Radio app, just audio only.
So it's about to start. We are
on time or a little bit early?
About 30 seconds ahead of schedule. So hopefully it's a good game. And there goes the siren. And you know it's cold because our breath is starting to be visible. So here we go.
Might even be able to see my breath behind the camera. And away we go.
Ball tapped down. Doesn't fall to anyone. It's in dispute. No one's able to pick it up yet. Ipswich do end up picking up, but he's driven to the ground. Nope, that was Alexandra Hill who picked up. See, already a confusion with the jumper colours because at the side it's all blue. So it's going to be another ball up.
A red tinge there, mate. Come on.
Wow, you're picking on me because I'm colourblind. I thought that was bad. Another driven tackle in the ground. Lucky not to be a free kick, but it's play on anyway. Picked up clean. No, dropped by the Alexandra Hills, but it's going to be classed a high tackle free kick for Alexandra Hills. Going to get the first attempt to go forward. They kick it out wide to the flank. Drop mark, showing the due already. Runs it. Handballs it in back to the middle over the head, but it's cleaned up. Kick off the ground by the Eagles. Or Cats. Ipswich. It's going to be hard to get used to this. As a ball not given, it's going to be another contest, and it's a ball up. A couple hard tackles so far, so it's going to be might be a very contested and a hard game to start with. The ball's up, tap, really in dispute, but Ipswich are going to get away with it. Oh, no, quickly taking a tackle, but they pick up this crumbs. Met in the tackle, Falcon to an Alexandra Hills player. Alexandra Hill, can they get it out? No, force Ipswich. Ipswich get the kick, their first forward 50 entry. Can they get it cleanly? No, it's on the ground. And it's in dispute. Picked up there by the Ipswich. Kick forward, is there a mark? Was that 15? Yes. And then quickly plays on.
Opportunity!
Slipped on the dew. Now it's a bit of dispute there. Picked up by Ipswich. Put on the boot. Snap. Sound like it was touched as well, but can they get a mark? Mark in the goal square. Dropped. And it's still in dispute now. It's very contested. What's the umpire going to call? He's going to get near it first. No, it spills out. Taps out to the Ipswich, but not for long. Alexandra Hills take it out. Picked up. High tackle, play on. Ipswich kicks it forward and up. Touch, play on. Oh, mark paid. Probably could have been touch, play on, but no. So Ipswich are going to be lining up for the first shot of the night.
This is exciting. The first shot. We haven't seen this for Ipswich for a little while now.
Yeah, so see if he can convert it here.
Ipswich 2, this is, folks.
Lining up for the first goal. Kick into... It's a... Behind. And notice, we did get the toss wrong because he did point one way, then the other way. So our confusion, for those watching, they are kicking to the airbase end. A very old-fashioned setup for the Alexandra Hill Bombers. They do the bomb burst from the middle and they kick it straight down, but there's only an Eagle there, Ipswich there. Can they get it? No, tap forward for Alexandra Hill's good, but it's a 4-on-1 handball tackle. Should be holding the ball. Oh, lucky there. So just in front of us now, there's going to be another ball up on the wing. Ipswich looks to tap it. Oh, Alexandra Hill's tap it down. Can't get it cleanly. Kicks off the ground. Picked up by Ipswich, but made it in a quick tackle. Should be another ball up here. It's not coming. Oh, it comes out the back. Picked up by Ipswich. Dropped. Played on. Tries to take it a tackle. Drops it. Oh, taken out.
Oh.
Here we go. Coming out towards us. Big bump there by Ipswich. Picked up. Kicks. But it's straight to Alexandra Hills, but he can't pick it up with it. There. Picked up by Ipswich. Another one on the ground. Alexandra Hills get it. Punch. Not taken. Still in dispute. Tackled without the ball. Play on. Kick by Ipswich goes to the forward flank, but it looks like it might go out of bounds, and it does. So it's going to be a ball up on the forward flank for Ipswich.
A lot of aggressive plays, Jack.
Yeah, you can tell that they both kind of want it, but it's going to be interesting to see how long either team can maintain it. When you go like this really quickly at the start, you kind of lose the legs. So the ruck's going to be one down by Alexandra Hill. First clean tap, one handball, good work, kicks it. Can they find a man? Pushed in the back, play on, called by the umpire. Picked up by Alexandra Hill, but met in the tackle and gets rid of it. Picked up by Ipswich, not quite. Now thrown out the back, pushed in the back, play on. It's out the back. You can see it. Kind of like a ruck and maul in Union. Tackle high. Play on. Another tackle. Come on, umpire. At least call something. Come on. Ipswich now finally kick it away. But straight down the... Oh, Arlen drops it for Ipswich. He takes it on. But he still picks up again. Number 4 kicks it. That's Arlen. Can he get a mark? Not quite. As Alexandra Hills. Can they get it out now? It's been a bit of a game of ping pong so far. Falls to the advantage of Ipswich, who's centering kick. Can they get a mark here? Not quite. Tapped down. Dropped. Tackled. And it's a free kick for Alexandra Hills for holding the ball. Oh. Hey, I got a name in. That's the first for tonight.
You did. Look at you go.
I work with him.
Are you concerned that both teams are going to run out of steam in this first quarter? It's very physical at the moment.
It was a free kick. It was a free kick to Ipswich. See, this is the hard part of this. It's they're both. I'm still struggling with the colours at the moment. But Ipswich are going to line up again for a goal. That should be a 50 there because he's inside the protected zone. But umpire doesn't call it. Not the greatest of kicks. Another one across the face, and it's another behind. So that's 2 behinds to Ipswich with Alexandra Hills yet to score. And like I said, will the accuracy be ending up costing Ipswich now? But still, that should have been a 50. He's in the protected zone, and there was no one he was following. So that was an error there by the umpire, in my opinion. But it's won out by the
and that is just
Alexandra Hills.
Jack's opinion.
He's kicking it forward. They managed to get it very far down, very quickly. Here they go. First clean entry for the Bombers. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. It falls straight down the throat of Ipswich. Ipswich handballs, but it handballs a space. Picked up by Alexandra Hills. Tackled, though. Comes out. Alexandra Hills get the spill. 1 handball. Can they get on the boot? No, they get it to another handball. Put it on the boot. Out of bounds on the full. So free kick there for the for Ipswich, and they let off the hook there. So we're just going to let the ball come out into play.
First time, or one of the first times it's ever been into that 50. So
with those watching live, you can now kind of see how large this ground is. It's a massive ground, and you can see how far away the players are at the moment. So it kicked in by Ipswich, but it falls straight to Alexandra Hills, who's made a tackle. It's a ball up. So it's going to be just inside 50 by looks of it for Alexandra Hills. Back-to-back inside 50s for them is helpful. Tap by Ipswich, falls to Alexandra Hills, but another tackle. There's going to be another stoppage. And yeah, it's been a very stop-starty game, and because it's been so congested, there's been a lot of ball up so far, which has helped my voice a little bit.
Well, you're going to have to do most of the heavy lifting tonight, my friend.
Yeah, it's a kick out by Ipswich, falls straight down to Alexandra Hills, but they don't get it. Arlen gets it. Arlen takes the run. Arlen, can he get a mark in forward 50? No, but it falls into the advantage of Ipswich. But he's tackled without the ball. Free kick for there. Pretty smart. He knew he wasn't going to pick it up, so he let the man tackle him. Good kick there. And now Ipswich might have another shot for goal. Can he back himself from here? This is Ipswich player number 3. I can't see his name on the score thing, so
that's reliable.
Yeah, look, Ipswich is lining up for goal. Can they get their first one? They've kicked two so far.
So it's currently 2-0 if you...
Yeah, it's currently 2-0. Tracy's scoreboard says 4-1. So I think she might need to fix that up. Mark on the line, dropped by Ipswich.
Oh.
Would have been an opportunity there. Alexandra Hills clear it out. Touch, play on. Alexandra Hills handball. Picked up by Arlen. Arlen on the boot, tries to do a fancy kick, doesn't. Out of bounds on the full. Has the clock stopped? Yeah. No, it's still going. Just got yelled at by the captain of the Ipswich saying that the clock has stopped. So, yeah, because there's 2 clocks. There's a bit of a confusion at the moment. It looks like on the scoreboard it stopped, but on our scoreboard here it's still going. A kick forward by Ipswich. Can they get a goal here? It's at the top of the square. Dropped by Ipswich. Alexandra Hills run it back. Oh, lucky not to concede a point there. Sorry, now I've been a bit thrown out. I got yelled at multiple times. As the ball's kicked forward for the Ipswich. Can they get a mark? And it is a ball up in the pocket.
Just having a little bit of an issue with the clock.
Yeah, so it's a bit distracting at the moment. So sorry there's a bit of dead air. Not the greatest ball up by the umpire, but it's tapped to the advantage of Alexander Hills. But can Ipswich get it? No, kicks out of bounds. It's going to be another ball up. He wants insufficient intent, but what are you going to do when you drop it on your boot? You tap it forward and accidentally hit your boot.
Yeah.
So another ball up here. Lots of stoppages. Just inside 50 for Ipswich. Here we go. It's in the air. Tap one down by Ipswich, but falls straight to Alexander Hills. Another tackle, another ball up. So very slow now. Probably advantageous to these to Ipswich at the moment. Quite a fast start as we're going. Tap one down. Oh, and then we got lighting issues as well behind us. The cricket field light just turned off, so we just had a bit of a darkness hit here. Still in dispute in the 50. Can they get a ball out? Yes. Oh, but it's straight to Ipswich, and it's going to be another ball up. You're presuming it is. So there's two cloggers going at the moment, and I'm really confused, and I think Tracy is too. Anyway, so the clock's been messing up. Could be a free kick there for a high tackle, but it wasn't. It's going to be another ball up. I think that's 4 or 5 in a row now, so... Ball in the air, tapped down by Alexandra Hills. Tackled high. Free kick, and it's going to ease up this bit of congestion that has been going on. Number 10 for Alexander Hills quickly kicks it, but it's intercepted by the Ipswich. Can they get a forward? No, Alexander Hills mops up the dropped. It's going to be a contest here. Tapped down by Ipswich. Not picked up, though. Still in dispute. Finally gets it. Tries to break a tackle. Does. Kicks it forward. Marked by Alexandra Hills. Played on. Didn't think it was far enough himself. Good kick here to the centre of the field. Alexandra Hills with a good run. Number 12 kicks it forward. Can they get a mark? Contest here. Held off there, Ipswich. No, straight on, running into it. Kicks it to the advantage. Big bump there. Good work. It's handballed out of the pressure zone. Oh, another big bump there by Ipswich. But met in a tackle, and it should be a ball up here. No, it comes out to Ipswich. Thrown out. Kick forward now by Ipswich. Not as clean. Can they get a mark? They can. Oh, no, it's dropped. Met in a tackle. He pulled it back in. That should be holding the ball. No, it comes out. Lucky for Ipswich, but it's not too lucky. It's going to the advantage of Alexandra Hills. Handball once. Straight to Ipswich. Alexandra Hills now gets again from another fumble, but he picks up his own handball, number 4, but he can't pick it up a second time. Oh, jumped on it was Ipswich. Can they get it? They kicked out, falls to the advantage of Ipswich. Kicks off the side of the boot towards the pocket. Can't quite see it now. Oh, big falcon. I don't know if you got that on Film Spark, but that was a massive one.
I think I just missed it. Just had some people in the way. Sorry, mate.
Unlucky for that bloke, but he seems to be all right with it. So it went out of bounds off the head. So it's a ball up just outside 50 for Alexandra Hills. Ball up. Tap one down by Alexandra Hills. Good possession there, but he's met in a tackle. Touch kick, so it's a play on. Alexandra Hills dispute over it, but again a handball out. Number 16 kicks it forward. Can they get a mark? They haven't had a mark yet. No, they can't. But it's falls the advantage. Number 8 handballs out wide to number 12. Puts on the boot. Is this the first goal of the game? It is. Alexandra Hills with the first goal of the game, so they now lead 1 straight 6 to Ipswich 2 behinds. And yeah, very fast pace there.
But it comes back to what you said. Accuracy has now played a part in this game.
See if we'll keep going. Ipswich are looking a little bit tired now. Very clean disposals there by Alexandra Hills led to that. Very different game to what we watched a few weeks ago between Ipswich 1 and Cooperoo. And this kind of goes to the point that I've been making, that there is a massive disparity between the top of the table teams, the middle of the table teams, and then the bottom of the table teams.
Do you reckon a Division 4 team should come back, or a Division 4?
It should be, but it's hard to say because even then there's a massive disparity. The Ruck's one down by Ipswich. Can they get it out? They can. Good clearance here. Second handball, not quite. It does end up pulling off. Good kick. Can they get a mark? No, dropped. Ireland tries to push a man off. He can, but he's met quickly in a tackle. It's going to be another ball up in the far pocket. But going to that point, you get the same issues that we had. Yeah. There's some teams who need a division, more teams, because they have bigger lists. So Cooperoo will always need more teams, more divisions because they got more teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. There's ruck one down for Alexandra Hills, but it falls the advantage of Ipswich. Picked it up. Arlen, another break. Handball, not the greatest. Actually, in the end, he's really good. Didn't realise he put it to space like he did. Another handball. Can Ipswich get their first goal? Arlen again.
Oh!
It's a goal! Ipswich with the first goal, their first goal. It's 1-8. Now lead Alexandra Hills 1 straight 6.
So good. Bam, bam.
It's very, just what they needed. Said there's still 8 minutes to go in this quarter. I feel like there's going to be a little bit longer quarter because I think the clock did have an error. So I think, yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. But, look, it's a good start so far. Now that it's less congested, it's starting to open up a bit. We've seen two very quick, free-flowing goals. So we'll see what happens out of this centre clearance here, and it might end up being a game of clearances once now the pressure's kind of eased off a bit. As the ruck's one down by Ipswich again, picked up. Can they get the handball off because he's made a quick tackle? No, can't. Intercepted by Alexandra Hills. Kicks it. Can they get a mark? They can. And he's going to have a shot for goal just inside 50. It's number 11 for Alexandra Hills. It's going to be a big kick from here. No wind to contest with, but he is kicking towards the city end. Let's see how he can go. He's quickly going into it too, so he's not wasting any time. Good kick off the boot. Straight kick off the boot. Goal! Second goal for Alexandra Hills. 2 straight 12 leave Ipswich 1-8. And again, clearances calls that one. Very clean clearance, scored a goal. Very good football.
It was so clean that it was almost boom, boom, and then kick it in.
So it's really starting to open up a bit now.
So Ipswich need another boom, boom kind of moment.
Ipswich do. They are dominating this quarter, but don't have the scoreboard lead, which is quite disappointing. But look, it's still a long game to go. Tap one down by Alexandra Hills. Don't want to score, let another one, 2 more many in. Ipswich get it. Kicks off, luckily. Can they get the ball in the 50? Handball. Kick forward. Can they get a mark? Not quite. But he gets around one. Can he get it on the boot? He does.
Oh.
Mark dropped by Ipswich just in front of the goals. Tapped out wide by Alexandra Hills. It goes out of bounds, I presume, by the way they're acting. It's very hard to see as you could probably see on the camera, it's very hard to see how deep those pockets are. But yeah, here we go. Another ball up in the pocket. Interesting how different where the ball up is. Sometimes really close to boundary, sometimes it's not. Guess it's dealer's choice with the umpire. Tap one down, falls the advantage of Ipswich. Handball falls to no one. Can they clean up the mess here, Alexandra Hills? Not quite. Ipswich get it. Ipswich, can they get on the boot? No, it's made in a tackle and it's going to be a ball up. So another stoppage there for Ipswich, right in front of goals. They're going to need a score here. As a tap falls to the advantage of Ipswich in another tackle. And again, here comes that contested work again. And Ipswich need a clean break, need a clean ball here to try and get this goal. Still in their attacking 50. Tap over the head by Alexandra Hills to their advantage. Oh, but made in a tackle. Kicked out wide now. Comes out of the 50, but Alexandra Hills tap it down. Can they get it out? Good handball. But it's in dispute now on the ground. Tapped away. No jumps on it. And then he's jumped on. Alexandra Hills, though, gets around one. Handballs. Number 18 now has it. Here they go. Oh, kicked off. And it might come out of bounds in front of us. My ball. My ball. No, it's out of bounds. Almost got a touch. Almost got a touch there. Now it's out of bounds directly in front of us, and they've kind of left the ball behind. So now it's going to be a ball up in the true centre wing, right in front of us, and get a good angle of this one, Sparky's probably going to be your best angle all night.
All right, mate. I don't know what that...
As the ball's in the air, tap down to Ipswich, but he taps it on. Can they get it? And they now finally get a clearance kick, but not the greatest. The kick goes out wide. Out of bounds. And it's going to be another ball up here, but it's gone the right way for Ipswich. Ipswich got 4 minutes here to try and get a goal and get the lead back before quarter time. And let's see how this one falls. The rucking contest has been very even. No one's really been
dominating them.
Dominating, getting clean clearances from it. It normally takes 2 or 3 to get out. So tap falls down, picked up by Ipswich. Ipswich gets on the boot. There's the clean clearance. Can they fall over the top? No, pushes back forward. Ipswich, Alexander Hill gets it. Handball gets away just in time. He tries to play for a free kick. The Ipswich player ends up handballing it out. Can they get it out of dodge here? No, fall straight down the throat of Ipswich. Alexander Hill's not the greatest to kick. Quickly plays on. Centering kick. Mark dropped by Ipswich and out of bounds. It's going to be another ball up in the forward pocket for Ipswich.
Keeping the pressure on. They're around the same region, or they're in the right region. They just need to get it where it needs to go.
Yeah, so it looks like we did just pass the 20-minute mark, and we still got, nearly 3 minutes on the clock. So, so the ball is
That
now.
That is the million-dollar question.
Ball's tapped down. Can Ipswich get it here? They got a break. Not quite. Made an tackle. It's going to be a high tackle, free kick to Ipswich. So they're going to have a chance here to kick a goal. Lining up here. So it's going to be Ipswich with maybe one of the last chances of the quarter. This is Tom lining up, number 18. Should take his full time if needed. Lining up. Here we go. Not the greatest. It kicks across the face, and it's a behind. Really bad kick, that one, if I'm not trying to be too mean. So we've got a score update at quarter time down at Limestone. It's Jimboomba 17, Ipswich net to score. So
Whoa.
Ipswich 1 is a bit behind. The ball comes back in for Ipswich 2. We're at it, but it's not going to go very far. Breaks a tackle. No, made a tackle. Handball gets out, though. Alexander Hill gets it away. But not out of the 50 yet, not out of the danger zone. It's still there in dispute. Dropped. Should be a free kick to Alexander Hills, but not. They end up getting it anyway. Clearance. Mark just taken on the far flank. Quick movement here. Can they get a mark? Not quite. Good spoil there by Ipswich. Still falls the advantage of Alexander Hills. Can they get the quick goal now? And they get one handball. Make a break a tackle. Great spin there. Can they get a mark? No, there's just Ipswich there. Ipswich can't take it, though. Alexander Hill swarm. But it's picked up. Handball. Oh, tackled without it. Umpire calls free kick for holding the man. So don't know if there's much time for Ipswich to score here, but they will be able to stem the flow if they just be able to keep it. 30 seconds to go in this quarter. Kicks out to the flank, sorry. And they're just going to play possession football from here, you'd think. It's 27 seconds to go. Long kick down the line. Can they get a ball mark? Yes, they can. If they go quickly here, they might be able to get it. But they've slowed it down. 16 seconds. They won't be able to get a transition. Play on call by the umpire, but no one heard it. Kicked it to the wing. Can they get a mark? No, but it drops down. Alexander Hill kicks off the ground. They've got 3 seconds. Siren should beat him. Puts on the boot. Siren does. Mark didn't, wouldn't matter anyway. So it's three-quarter time. I wish it's almost home time. Quarter time here at Ivor Marsden. Alexander Hills leads Ipswich 2 goals, 12 to 1 to 8.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break here at Ivor Marsden as we do Friday Night Football right here on the platforms of West Bremer Radio and West Bremer Sport. We'll be back in a moment.
Keeping it 100% local online. This is West Bremer Radio.
If you have trouble reading, that's something you can fix.
1300 65506.
If street directories leave you weak, if writing a letter makes you freak, if filling in forms can take a week, that's something you can fix.
1300 65506.
That's the Reading Writing Hotline.
1300 65506.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9 a.m. daily, lunch from 11:30 a.m. till 2:30 p.m, got dinner from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. There's a great TAV plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9 a.m. every day, And on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
G'day everyone, Zach Caban here, and I'm bringing the big opinions, the hottest topics, and a whole lot of fun to your afternoons. From local sport to the local stories making waves, and even a little home and away. Nothing is off limits. Join me for the Sundown Rundown, Monday to Friday from 3 local through till 5, right here, only on West Bromwell Radio. Let's talk, let's debate, let's make your drive home a whole lot more interesting.
Reducing the bushfire hazard around private property is the responsibility of the property owner. You can reduce your fire hazard by removing ground fuels that build up throughout the year. This can be done mechanically, or you can burn off the undergrowth, long grasses and leaf litter. If you're going to burn off, you must contact your local RFS Fire Control Centre first. There are now new laws dealing with this type of hazard reduction. Get Firewise. For more information, contact your local fire station.
Streaming live to Ipswich and surrounds. This is West Bremer Radio Online.
It is West Bremer Radio and West Bremer Sport live from Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex as we are bringing you live AFLQ Division 3, and this is round 7 of Ipswich 2 up against Alexandra Hills, and been very physical at the moment. Jack Hasler, what has been your take? You said you needed one quarter to have a look at the two teams and how they're performing. Who is outperforming who? Because I'm still trying to work that out.
I'm going to say, might need a second quarter to see who's outperforming who, because it's been a very tight game, which is what we wanted.
It's been exciting. Like, it's not blown out to, obviously, Ipswich won. There's got a couple of issues out there.
Yeah, look, Ipswich has really dominated that quarter, and they should be in the lead, but they haven't been able to convert on the scoreboard. And pretty much every time we went down there for Alexandra Hills, they went down and converted. So the conversion inside 50 for Alexandra Hills has been really good, and that's kind of what's got them in the lead. Ipswich have been unlucky not to, but you can kind of see when you watch these teams play, not that they're not, that you can see the inexperience of some of these boys who, it is their first season of football, and you can see them grow not only game by game, but quarter by quarter. And as the quarter went on, they learned how to do, how some of the movements were going. So it should be a good quarter and see how they improve here. It was a shortened quarter-time break. It was only a 4-minute one, and the ball's about to be up and again. So
here we go. Quarter number 2.
Didn't even get to finish up 2 bites of my wrap. So, the ball's now in the air. And
I'll give you a wrap.
Oh,
wiki.
That's MC Sparky now, not DJ Sparky.
Jeez.
As a ruck one down
everyone.
by Ipswich. Forward clearance here. Arlen's underneath it. Takes the mark. And Ipswich has got a quick clearance and a quick shot at goal. Needs to come around on his line. Arlen he came from WA.
Recently, or?
He's been in Queensland for a few years, but he hasn't played football about 3 or 4 years since leaving WA, and he's been a standout for Ipswich too. Kicked 2 of the 3 goals last week.
He is absolutely everywhere.
He's a great player, and he's a great guy actually as well. He's lining up, good kick, not quite the distance. Punch down by Alexandra Hills. Can they get the clearance out? They need to, because in danger zone, Ipswich jumps on it. Alexandra Hills does get the clearance in the end. Can they get a mark here? Punched away by Ipswich. Great punch falls the advantage of Ipswich. Handball. Good there. Kick. Can they get another mark? They can. Another one there for Arlen. Probably about the same spot.
Needs to put a little bit more power into it.
So you wouldn't believe it, but Arlen's actually been off sick all week as well from work.
Really?
You hear him talking and he can barely speak. So
I tell you what, he's having a game tonight. He's having a game.
He's lining up here for a goal. Oh, not the greatest to kick. Kenny, not quite the distance again, so he's just outside his range when he's at that 40-metre mark. Tap through, is that a goal or a touch? No, it's touch behind. So it's another behind for Ipswich. 1-4-10, trailed by 2 points. Alexandra Hill, 2 straight goals. As the ball's kicked long and wide for Alexandra Hills, but it falls to the advantage of Ipswich. But it's now in dispute, and it's going to be a ball up. Should be a ball up, not coming out. Umpire calls holding the ball. Free kick to Ipswich. So Alexander Hills dived on it there. I probably would have given him a bit more chance because there was a contest, but nope. Umpire says free kick. Pushed out wide again. Mark dropped by Ipswich. But he gets up, he gets around one. Can he get good handball? But straight
to no one.
He fell over and couldn't quite get it. And now it's going to go out of bounds. Nope, free kick for holding the man against Ipswich. So it's free kick to Alexandra Hills. Let off there because Ipswich are coming guns blazing this quarter. Kick. Can they find a man? No, so it falls to Ipswich and big bump there. Kick straight out, straight down the throat of Alexandra Hills. You can see now the boys are getting a bit tired after that fast start. Kick out wide to the far wing. Two Ipswich players spoil each other, but it does fall to their advantage. Kicks it long. There he is again, Arlen. Look at the man playing on him. He's twice his size. Not deterred at all. Goes for it. Doesn't quite get it. Alexander Hills taps it forward, but it run backward to where they started. But it's straight down the throat of two Ipswich players. He breaks the tackle. Kicks it. Not the greatest. Should pay on to another handball. No, he turns. Gets the handball away. He gets it. Puts it on the boot. But straight out to the wing. Can they get a mark? Pocket, sorry.
Yes.
Mark taken for Ipswich. Lining up again for another goal. So, good start, hot start here by Ipswich. They need to convert, though. They've so far scored one behind this quarter, sorry. Can they get a goal and reward for effort for a really dominant 4 minutes of football so far?
They're keeping the pressure on, that's for sure.
Ipswich
Here we go.
Lining up, gets on the boot. No, and it's kicked out by Alexander Hills, but there's no one there. It's just Ipswich there. But in the end, Ipswich leave it behind. Alexander Hill takes it. Tackle. Oh, tripping free kick there for Alexander Hill. That's fair. He did fall in that tackle. Better give it back to him straight away. That should be 50, and it is. You can't just drop it on the ground like that, mate. And that's, possibly inexperience of not understanding some of the rules.
Yeah.
So 50 metres there. He needs to clear out, or that's going to be another 50. No one on the mark, so he can just quickly kick and go. Oh, lucky to drop, not 15. Kick it out wide for Alexander Hills. Their first attacking 50 was out of bounds. Ball up in the in the close flank for Alexander Hills, and lucky to be down there with that 50. So for those who don't know the game, obviously, if they're the free kick, got to hand the ball straight back to the person getting the free kick. Otherwise, it will be a 50-metre penalty like we saw there. As a ruck.
So you can't just leave it on the ground.
Well, you can leave it on the ground, but if you pick it up, you have to hand it back. As Alexander Hills gets it, but made in a tackle. Handball. Can they get it away? They can. Oh, big bump there. Lucky not to be high. Oh, and he's taken out after the fact for it. Ipswich, can they get a clearance here? Nope. He goes to the player instead. One handball, two handball, back out to Tom. Tom gets it, puts it on the boot, not the greatest of kick. Kicked afterwards, does a bit of a flop. Arlen gets it. Arlen over the head to himself, held without the ball stir. And it's a free kick there to Arlen without the ball. And now he's pushing away. That could also be 50. As there's now a bit of dispute. And there's obviously the umpire didn't see the hit behind play, so there's a bit of ramification there from Ipswich. Play on now, time on now. Arlen plays on, kicks it, good kick. Can they get it? No, it's going to fall down the throat of Alexander Hills. He can't quite mark it. He goes down. I hope he's okay. Alexander Hill now has it, kicks it. It's going to come out of bounds here. It's coming your way, Sparky. Take the mark. No, it's going to punched over by Alexandra Hills. Yeah, you had your chance to take a mark there, Sparky. Why didn't you drop the camera and go?
It's kind of hard to drop the camera.
Look,
that's okay.
If anyone can drop that camera, it's probably you.
Oh, okay, mate. Jeez, all right.
I can't.
Guess you know who your friends are. Jeez.
I can't pick on ZK, but I have to pick on you.
All right. I give you half permission to do that.
As the ball is now in the air. Tapped by Alexandra Hills to it, but big tackle. Oh, it's going to get a bit fiery now, I think. Can Ipswich get the ball cleanly? They can. Kick on the boot, but straight down the throat of Alexander Hills, who drops it. Tackle. Oh, just gets the ball on his boot. Ball calls the crowd, but it's play on. Alexandra Hills kicks it forward, but Mark intercepted there by Ipswich, and they Need to slow it down here a bit, I think, to try and regain some momentum. Not the greatest to kick. Does end up paying off because it fell in between two Alexandra Hill players. Kick out wide. It's Ireland again. Nope, not quite. Falls down. Alexandra Hills gets it. Tackled. Gets the kick away. Picked up by Ipswich, who intercept a good run. Kick forward. Can they get the mark? They can't. Handball, though, should be here. It's there. Needs to not get that. Gets the kick away. Alexandra Hill, though, gets it. Good break of one tackle. Good kick out wide. Can he get the mark? He can. Alexandra Hills with clean transition here. Mark, good here. Alexandra Hills another one just inside 50, turns and goes.
This is too easy.
Kicks it. Mark, taken. Kicks, goal. Alexandra Hills with their third goal from 3 attempts. 3 straight 18 lead Ipswich 1-4-10. And a little bit of showboating there by Ipswich really cost him. He took his eyes off the ball, took on the player instead, and let the ball go. So not the smartest of football there by Ipswich. But hey, it comes with this kind of level. You see that stuff every now and again.
Some good play there from Alexandra Hills. It was just seamless.
An update from Limestone. Score is now 25-0. Jimboomba lead. Ipswich 1.
No.
So not the greatest of games out there so far.
I'm actually glad we're commentating this one.
You say that now. As the ball has made it back to the centre.
Halfway through this quarter?
Yeah, so there is 11 minutes to go, so almost halfway through. It's going quick. Maybe it's because Zach's not waffling on.
Oh, jeez.
The tap one down by Alexandra Hills. Can they get the clearance, though? No, it falls to Ipswich. Ipswich gets the kick away, but they can't get the mark. Alexandra Hills get a break. Kicks it to the centre. Mark taken. Lucky in this due to take that one. Alexandra Hills getting some football together now. Forward attack. Mark dropped there by Simo for Ipswich. Kick picked up by Alexandra Hills. Here they go again. Can they get it on the boot? No, it's going to spill out. Not quite. Alexandra Hills handballs to himself. Good in the end. Tackled. Should be holding the ball. Free kick there. Free kick there for Alexandra Hills holding the ball. And a 50 for not giving it straight back. That's the second one like that. Needs to pay more attention. And look, the umpires are going to be all over it now by the look of it because it is getting a bit spicy out there. So I think the umpires are going to start really picking up on little things now. Just outside 50. It's a let off as well for the Ipswich because they were so far deep. They're now in the centre of the field. Play on. Kicks it out to the wing. Can they get a marker straight down the throat of an Eagles? It's tackled high, and they do call it high. Free kick. Make sure you don't do anything silly, and he didn't. Smart there. And he takes a bit of time looking for someone to lead to him. He gets an option, leading straight to him. Takes the mark. Good there by Ipswich. Should turn and go. Man running into the square. Doesn't see him. Kicks it in the end to the top of the square. Punched away. Holding. Free kick, though. Free kick to Ipswich. So they're going to have another shot for goal, and they really need to score this one. They've dominated this. I thought for a second, I turned to see the scoreboard, and I thought it was a 50 because I heard another whistle, but he's just telling the player to get around to his line. So lining up, it's going to be a long kick. He's got a really long run-up too. He's probably as far away from the run-up as the man is from the goals.
Oh, false start.
False start. Whoop, what? It's very confusing, but doesn't matter in the end because it's a behind. I got distracted by the players. They cheered for a goal. That's another behind. The 5th behind for Ipswich.
Kicking.
1-5-11, 3 straight 18. Did I preempt this maybe? Maybe it's my fault. And the kick out by Alexandra Hills falls down to Ipswich, but it's dropped, picked up by Alexandra Hills. Kicked long. Can they find it? Tap in advantage of Ipswich now. Kicking it back down forward. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. It falls to ground. But he's picked up by Alexandra Hills, but it's a free kick for without the ball. Oof. Bit lucky there. Needs to quickly go. Doesn't. Takes his time. So he's trying to find a man leading for him. No options yet. Silly there by Ipswich. Run a man straight into the contest. Silly. So
what happened there?
So he played on, but there's a protected zone you're not allowed to enter as a defensive player, but if a person you're marking run through it, you can follow. An Ipswich player ran past the man about to kick it, and Alexander Hill followed, and then a called play on so he could meet straight in the tackle. So lucky not to be a free kick for holding the ball against Ipswich, if anything, because a fair opportunity to get rid of it. So again, lack of game awareness a little bit there from Ipswich. Probably cost them an inside 50. Tap one down by the Ipswich, but it falls the advantage of Alexander Hill. He kicks it forward, but it's only as far as the centre circle. Handball by Ipswich, not met by anyone. Picked up by Alexander Hills. No. It's in dispute. Now Ipswich pick it up. Still in dispute. Ipswich gets it. Kicks it high. Is there someone under it? Yes, but he drops it. Alexander Hill picks it up. You can see the dew really taking effect now. Kick out wide by Alexander Hills. It's a foot race here. Picked up. Can he get the handball away? Oh, big hit after he kicked it. Free kick downfield. So it's a free kick to Alexander Hills downfield. End of 50 for Lipping. So it's gifted a goal to Alexandra Hills because they're going to have a shot for goal from the goal square. Stop lipping to the umpire now, mate, or you're going to give away another one. So it's pretty much guaranteed goal here.
Ipswich have been working so hard. It'd be awful if they were just punished.
Discipline is a big thing in football. And obviously here they're going to, as I said, give away a simple goal. Puts it straight onto the airfield pretty much. And it's 4 straight, 24. Ipswich, Alexandra Hill lead Ipswich 1-5-11. Look, not much to say so far. It's quarter. Ipswich has dominated, haven't been able to convert, and then they've made a couple silly errors that have led to Alexandra Hill goals. Alexandra Hills aren't. No, I don't want to, they're not dominating the game, but they're keeping calm.
Yeah,
which is the most important thing in this level, because at the end of the day, it's not always about who's the best team. It's about who can, keep their cool. Because a lot of hot-headed boys out there, as you've seen in the past, we've had our fair few yellow and red cards, and haven't had one yet tonight. So touch wood, we don't. But there's still 5 minutes to go in this quarter.
Have we had one this season?
Yes, Cooperoo, there was one. Remember, because of the late hit.
Very good.
That was in the last 20 seconds of the game, so it doesn't really count. As this in the air, tap one down by Alexandra Hills, but it's meant in a quick tackle by 2 Ipswich. But they do end up clearing it, but it's straight to the Ipswich, who kicks it down. But it's going to come straight back forward. Oh, dispute there. Ball up. Alexandra Hill wanted high tackle. Ipswich wanted a hold on the ball. Ends up being a ball up. Ruck is one down by Ipswich. Can they get a clearance here? No. It's kicked off the ground by Alexandra Hills. They kick it forward. Another foot race here. Ipswich decide to go to the player instead of the ball, and they end up losing the ball, and then they give away a free kick for holding the man. Again, looking at the ball, the players of the ball can really cost you a few little things. As there's another forward attack here for Alexandra Hills. Can they get a mark? No. Intercept there by Ipswich. And now it's in the defensive 50. They need to try and clear it out. There's 4 minutes to go. And they kick it out wide. I don't think he meant to do that because it's going to go out of bounds on the flank. I heard one of the Alexandra Hill players call for deliberate. It's probably a bit lucky. They would be very lucky to get that. It was a bit of a shank of a kick. So the vibe's kind of gone down here a bit. You can probably hear a bit everywhere's gone a bit quiet. So it's 4 straight, 24. Alexandra Hills lead Ipswich 1-5-11. As the ball's in the air, tap one down by Alexandra Hills, but Ipswich take it, kick it forward. Mark dropped, but it's a free kick for high contact. And Ipswich needs to quickly move it. They've got the numbers, but no one's leading for him. Arlen's there. Doesn't give it to him. Number 2 drops it. Probably should have kicked it to Arlen, who's been the best player by far. In the back, free kick there. Or dangerous tackle. Have your choice. And Ipswich needs to quickly move it. They had the outnumber, and now they've lost it. And it's a 50 for going over the mark or not standing. So that let off because it wasn't the greatest kick off the boot by Ipswich. So it's going to take them into their forward 50, or maybe just outside, depending on how far the umpire walks them. just inside 50 by the look of it, the man on the mark. Needs to come back. He went right up to where the 50 was. So they need to find a man. They need to find a lead. Arlen's there on his own. Goes to the middle instead. Not the... Oh, can they get a mark? No, not the greatest. And that's just... Oh, good kick forward, but free kick for downfield. Hit afterwards. So it's going to be a free kick to Ipswich. Nope, free kick to... It should be downfield. It is downfield. I don't think the umpire knows what he's doing sometimes.
Jack.
Now they're lining up for another shot at goal. It's 1-5. It's just a reminder, they've only kicked one goal so far. So this is something they really need. Margin's not huge, but the pressure is. Kicks it. Finally a goal for Ipswich. Second goal for the quarter. 2-5. First goal for the quarter. It's 2-5. 17, trail Alexander Hills, 4 straight 24.
That was number 16.
And the umpire's blown his whistle, called the Ipswich players in to have a chat to him and just said, hey, calm down a bit there, boys. Don't do anything silly. So, lucky not to give away a free kick. Probably a warning there, so Ipswich need to be very careful not to give away a free kick because now they've got the warning. The umpires are going to be watching. So it's going to be another ball up. So a bit of a derailer from the happiness of the goal to hear the umpire get a bit grumpy.
But this is the thing. We need to respect the umpires.
Minute to go in the quarter. Can they get another one to get it down to 1 point? Tap one down. Falls to the advantage of Alexander Hills. But they can't get it clean. They're still tapping along the ground. Picked up by Ipswich. Kicks it long. Can they get it here? It's good position for them. Alexander Hills, though, run it away. Pushed in the back there. Could have been a free kick. Not. Picked up by Alexander Hills on the far wing. But he made a tackle. Throws it away. Umpire says it's a handball. Play on. Ipswich has a chance. 40 seconds. Can they get it? Arlen over the head. Number 20 for Alexander Hill gets it. But a handball straight to Ipswich. Pushed off it. Holding the man. Free kick to Alexander Hills. So it's let off there for him. And they should be able to milk the next 30 seconds. Kicked it out to the far wing. Punched over. No, not over the line yet. Handball. 1. Can they break a tackle? No, should be holding the ball. It is. They got 13 seconds. They need to pick it up and go quickly. They're not going to have enough time. So it wasn't holding the ball. The ball up. Should have been holding the ball. So that's the end of the second quarter. So we got half time. Here it is Alexander Hills 4 straight 24 leading Ipswich 2, 2-5-17. And over at Limestone, finally scored some points. Ipswich 1. However, it's only 2 behind.
Oh.
It's Jim Boomba 34 leading Ipswich 1, 2 behind.
All right. Very good calling, Mr. Hasler. Go and take a break for a moment, and we'll take a break here as well from the Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex right here on West Bremer Radio and West Bremer Sport. A break and back with more.
You're listening to West Bremer Radio Online.
Hey, Gary, what time do you call this? Yeah, the traffic was really bad. Oh, there's Steve-o. G'day, Steve. Morning. How's your weekend? Same old, same old. What'd you get up to? Not much. Are you okay, mate?
Looking out for one another is something we all need to do. So if a mate's struggling, ask, are you okay? Listen, encourage action, and check in again soon. Those 4 steps could change their life. Find out more at ruok.org.au.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm. There's a great TAV plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
Here's Usman Khawaja from the Queensland cricket team for RAD.
In cricket, I've had some great reasons to celebrate, and it's even better to celebrate with my teammates and friends. But when I do, I always plan ahead. It's not hard. So if you plan to celebrate, arrange a designated driver who won't drink. And if a mate's not right to drive, do whatever it takes to stop them from getting behind the wheel. because mates don't let their mates drink drive.
RAD. radd.org.au or check us out on Facebook.
Check Air Conditioning is excited to announce they are now offering electrical works. From general electrical repairs and service upgrades to ceiling fans, smoke alarms, power points and so much more. And don't forget, we are also still your go-to name for all things air conditioning. Check Air Conditioning has been your trusted family-owned and operated air conditioning specialist for over 25 years. And now, let them look after your electrical needs. To book your free air conditioning or electrical quote, visit chekair.com.au. Quote conditions apply.
Download the West Bremer Radio app from the Apple App Store and Google Play Store today. West Bremer Radio, the only station keeping it live and local, right into your hands.
And also streaming on the free West Brom Radio app. Sorry, if you're a fan of Sophie Ellis-Bextor, we're going to have to leave it there because players are actually on their way out to the field now. And rejoining me in commentary is Jack Hasler. So, what do you make of the first 2 quarters, mate?
Look, I think Ipswich...
You said you needed another quarter. Just suss everything out. So, what are you going?
I think Ipswich has been very dominant. However, they're just not taking advantage. I don't like pulling parallels, but it's very much like watching the Bulldogs play. It's very frustrating when they've got all the dominance and they're pushing forward, but they just can't score, and the other team easily rebounds. And that's what Alexandria are doing. They're not the greatest team skill-wise, Alexandria, but they do have their flashes where they look really good. And Ipswich just aren't taking advantage
but
of it.
they also look organised. Like you go through that sequence of events where it went from one side of the field to the other and then into that goal.
But Ipswich have those moments too. But yeah, Alexander Hills are just executing it quickly. And I do have a quick thing. We don't have Zach. I do have a little replacement if he wants to try and jump on, if you don't mind.
Here. And grab that, and I'll turn that on.
What's your name?
Connor.
How old are you, Connor?
4.
And what are you here for? What are you here for? Are you here to watch the footy?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And who's your favourite football team?
The Bulldogs.
Yeah, good boy.
Oh, trained well.
Right, and then we come out solid. Bulldogs will win.
All right.
There we go. Good work, Connor. He's still singing. Yeah. But he's got our replacement.
Just leave him in the background there.
Look, we've got a replacement for Zach for next week. You know,
I love
if we
it.
need a next run on the end, you can fuck it.
Let's do it. Absolutely. I'm all for it.
Great singing there, Connor. Can I have the microphone back? Yeah. Are you going to go home now? It's too cold? Cheers, Connor. The ball's about to go
all right.
for another quarter.
I'm just going to go over to my camera and we'll zoom in here. All right, let's get on the way. This is quarter number 3 as we do Ipswich 2 versus Alexandra Hills live on West Bremer Radio and on West Bremer Sports Facebook page.
Umpires are ready. Timekeeper's ready. Marty's ready. Connor's ready. And the ball's in the air. Third quarter's underway. Ruck's one down there. Should be holding the ball against Ipswich, but it's not. They end up getting the clearance in the end. Kick forward, but they can't get a mark, which has been a story of a lot. Tap under his legs. There's got to be a free. Oh, throw. Oh, come on. You've got to let the gamesmanship happen every now and again, umpire. I'm actually going to dispute that one because that actually led to a Bulldogs goal last week where the Bulldogs tapped between the legs for a goal. So that shouldn't have been a throw.
Can you stop comparing them to the Bulldogs?
No, because that's all I've been watching lately, to be honest. As the ball's run down into, by Alexander Hills, get the handball out, but it falls to their advantage, but it's a 3-on-2. Tough by Ipswich. Ipswich, can they pick it up? No, the Jews playing a big factor now. Picked up in the end by number 9 for Ipswich. Kicks it long. Can they get a mark in the 50? No. Falls to the advantage of Ipswich, though, but they're not going on the ball. They're going on the player. Picked up in the end. Kick. Smothered. Off the boot. Will it go out of bounds? It could be an advantage here for Ipswich, but it's picked up by Alexandra Hills. Tries to break tackle and does. Breaks second tackle. Great work there. Kicks it. Straight to the contest of Ipswich, who spoil themselves again. Not the first time tonight, but they end up getting the kick away. It was touched. No mark anyway, so it doesn't matter. Can Ipswich pick it up? No, yes they can. Gets it on the boot. Cross the face. Not even through. Mark on the line there by Alexandra Hills. Needs to get back your 9, son, and he does. Kick out wide to the pocket for Alexandra Hills. Tapped out of bounds, though. No, it's still in. Very deep pockets, as I've been saying. Handball once. Can they get a kick away? Alexander Hills get out. No, smothered off the boot there by Ipswich. Tackled high. Should be a free kick, but it's not as play on. Kicked off the ground by Alexander Hills. Straight into Ipswich. Straight into a tackle. Gets a handball away. But it's now a dispute, and it's going to be a ball up in the deep pocket there. Whew. Lots of work there. Lots of talking.
You've done well.
Yeah, look.
You've done well.
I need this break more than the players, I think. As the ball... they're still trying to pick who's going to ruck. They pick him out. Tapped by Ipswich. No one can get it, though. It's just in dispute. It's going to be another ball up. See, this is where you need to start thinking if maybe in these levels they should try and ease congestion by making a rule of giving more space around a rucking contest, maybe. Because in these kind of games, it's always just ball up after ball up after ball up. If I say that, they finally get a clear clearance. Not very far. It's just going to go down the throat of Ipswich, but it's kicked out of bounds off the ground, so it's going to be another ball up. But as I was saying, it might be helpful to have a 2-metre rule or something, where it's 2-metre diameter around the rucking contest to stop this kind of thing, where 1 or 2 players are allowed in. As a ball up, tap one down to Ipswich, forward kick. Can they get a mark? No, taken there by Alexandra Hills, and it's a let-off. They're going to kick it out wide again. 50 metres against Ipswich for not standing, I think that one was. So, again, needs to clear out, needs to get out of there before he gives away another 50, though. Umpire gave a very short 50 there. Barely 50, probably more 40, 45. As Alexander Hills get a mark in the centre of the field, can they push it out wide?
We've seen this organisation again from Alexandra Hills.
They kick it out wide, but there's no one there. Go through them. Picked up. So Ipswich tapped it forward, but it's picked up Alexandra Hills. Alexandra Hills are getting a break here, but they can't get it clean. They do get a tap away in the end. Tries to break one tackle, break the second. Can he get through a third? No, it's smothered off the boot, and he's dumped after the fact. Lucky not to be a free kick, as it's kicked out by Ipswich, but it's going to go straight to Alexandra Hills. It's going to come straight back in. Can they get a mark inside 50, just at the top of the square? Spoiled by Ipswich. Could have been in the back, but it's not. Dropped on the ground, picked up by Ipswich. Free kick here. No, I think he might have stopped play for... What's going on? I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here. The umpires stopped play. They've called a free kick. Looks like it looks like it was against the player who was down on the ground, but arguing with the umpire. Interesting. Kicked away by Ipswich, but it's gone straight to Alexandra Hills. Breaks one tackle, can't break a second, but gets the handball away. Forward to the pocket. Good bounce for Ipswich. Tackled high, free kick. And they're going to try and get it out of the pocket here. They're going to try and reset. And now players down, pulling him away. He looks like he's injured. The runner needs to get out to him. He looks like he's in a bit of pain too from Alexandra Hills. So stop in play here. Knee injury. Not good, and it looks like it might be quite serious. So interesting to see what the umpires do, whether they tell the players to get into a huddle and move away. So, yeah, look, it's...
So they haven't called time off, have they? Because you can't call time off.
The umpire has called time off, but I don't really know. You can't really have stoppage time in this, so the clock is still going. It looks like they've called for the stretcher.
Oh, no.
One of the players have asked for it. Oh, he's up now. That's good. I think he's going to slowly limp off the ground. It's a serious... Looks like it could be a very serious knee injury. A little respect from the players. They know it's serious.
That's got to be tough.
The fact they've taken him straight off, so they know he's not going to come back on the field. So that always sucks to see. So the ruling there is if your player comes off the field and they don't go through the interchange gates directly in front of us, they can't come back on the field. So his night's done. So not good to see, and hopefully a quick recovery for him as the time will be back on now. Ipswich given a bit of a break now. They've had time to set up, see if they can do it. Kick out wide. Not the greatest of kicks. Pushed out. Free kick. Yeah. That was a free kick, obviously, there for Alexander Hills. He didn't give him much of an effort to go for it. Handball, not the greatest. He wasn't ready for it, and he's met by a tackle of 3, but he ends up getting it away in the end, and it's going to go out of bounds, I think. Ball definitely can't be seen by Sparky. It's going to be deliberate. Deliberate out of bounds. That's a bit of an interesting call there. So Ipswich, unlucky there. Alexander Hill gets a mark inside 50. No, it drops. Picked up by Alexander Hill, thrown away. Umpire saw it from back here, I think. Yeah, the umpire did end up seeing it, so it was a free kick to Ipswich for throw against Alexandra Hills. And now, can they find a mark? They've been locked in here for the past few minutes. Mark in the pocket, still haven't got very far away yet. Ipswich looking very slow. Another mark. Slowly pushing forward. Not the greatest of kick because it's down the throat of Alexandra Hills. So it's going to go straight back in. He doesn't have any options. No one's leading for him. Kicks it now to the top of the to just inside 50. Mark dropped. And it's a ball up there. Alexandra Hills with possession. So there's 12 minutes going this quarter, still no scores. So it's Alexandra Hills 24 leading Ipswich 17. And no update from Limestone Park either.
Ball up.
So the ball's tapped down. Alexandra Hills, can they get it? They can, but the man in the tackle gets out again by Ipswich. Ipswich get a clearance, but it's marked dropped by Alexandra Hills. Ipswich, can they pick it up? No. Picked up by Alexandra Hills again, but it goes straight back to Ipswich, very back and forth. Ipswich get a break, but it's straight to the top of the man on the lead, and Alexandra Hills are going to get the let off here. They're going to push it out wide towards our commentary side. Tommy's underneath it. Doesn't take the mark. There's 3 Ipswich there. They need a shepherd for him. They let him run straight past, and he's tackled. He's lucky not to get pinged there. Alexandra Hills drop it, taps it in to the path of Ipswich. Ipswich can't take it, though. Alexandra Hills handballs backwards. Once. Kick. Not the greatest, but it falls to the advantage of Alexandra Hills. Alexandra Hills runs around one tackle, gets a kick. Can they mark it? No. Falls through the hands of Ipswich. Alexandra Hills running in. Get it on the boot. Is their first behind? No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Tapped. Oh, lucky for Ipswich, but it gets it away. Can they get it cleanly? They do. Kicked it, but straight back to Alexandra Hills. They're going to pull it straight back in. One handball. Not taken, though. It's on the ground. Now Ipswich jump on it, but he's jumped on. Alexandra Hill drags it in, looking for a free kick. Good call there by the umpire to call her. Ipswich dragged it in. Oh, I don't know if they did, but it's a free kick to Alexandra Hills. One umpire wanted to call ball up. The other one called free kick. And at the end of the day, it was a free kick to Alexandra Hills, but they're not the greatest at kick. Ipswich tap it down. Alexandra Hills pick it up, though. Tackled. Gets it away. Ipswich pick it up. Handball over the top. Can they find someone? No. Alexandra Hills tapped it to the advantage of Ipswich, though. Ipswich get the kick out to the wing. Out of bounds, and this is probably going to be called insufficient intent here. Yes, it is called insufficient intent. Free kick here to Alexandra Hills. And first time for the night, you can hear one of the Jets in the background. I don't know if Sparky's going to...
How good.
Sparky should span over to that quickly. See how close we actually are to the airfield if you're watching. I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
How cool is that?
So,
no, we've got it.
That's how close we are. Now we can go back to the action because Ipswich are going to get it out after the contest. But holding the ball, free kick to Alexandra Hills. So they got a kick just outside 50 in the far flank. So they're going to need to find a man to kick to, you'd think, from here. And he's going to. Can they get the mark at the top of the square that they're looking for? No, it's dropped, and it's going to go out of bounds. And the umpire just like, what's going on? And then it's a ball up. There's a bit of confusion there. I think Alexandra Hills wanted a free kick for the Ipswich to tapping it out deliberately. But in a contest, they kind of let it go a bit. It's kind of like when you rush it behind. Tap to no one. Still in dispute in the far pocket for Alexandra Hills. Can someone pick it up cleanly? No. It looks like it should be another ball up, you'd reckon. No, they let it go. Alexandra Hill jump on it. Handball out eventually by Ipswich, but it only falls to Alexandra Hill. There's 2 of them. They get in each other's way, and Ipswich gets the advantage to it. But he drops it in the tackle. Umpire lets it go, gets the kick away. Now it's a foot race again. He's going to go the player instead of the ball again, though. It's to the advantage this time. Ipswich get the handball. 1. Can they get it away? No, straight down Alexandra Hill. They're trying to take a break, but he's tackled. Should be holding the ball, and it is. Free kick to Ipswich. They need a quick clearance. They've got the numbers. They've got the numbers if they're quick. That should be 50, and it is. It's not. Oh, he ran over the mark, sir. That's a clear 50. The umpire really let him go there. Really took the pressure off Alexandra Hills. Ipswich here, though, get it. Can they get the handball away? They do. Tapped it back into the advantage, but it's 2-on-1, and the 2 don't win it. Ipswich have now jumped on it. Alexandra Hill jumped on it, tapped it out. In dispute in the forward half for for Ipswich. Tunnel ball there. Picked up by Ipswich, and 1 handball. Can they get that here? No, they can't. Picked up by Alexandra Hill in their back goal square. Kick it across the face, not the smartest of moves. Drop down. Can they get a pressure ball here, Ipswich? They do. Pick it up, puts it on the boot.
Oh!
Behind. That's their 6 behind. It's 2-6 18. Alexandra Hills 4 straight behind. 4 straight goals. And we're having a bit of issues here with the scoreboard. Blood rule here gives a bit of time for Tracy to try and fix it up. So a blood rule for those, kind of like a blood bin in the NRL. The player can go straight on. Hasn't noticed it yet, but while the player's going off to try and get the play going as quickly as possible. So the scoreboard is playing up a bit, I think. I don't know what it says on our one. So the scoreboard reads 2:13:25 to 4:0:24. That is not correct. I'm going to see if I can fix that from here. I press some minuses. No, you're pressing plus. Then the ball comes out.
For the radio audience.
The radio, I'm trying to direct the goals of the scoreboard. I don't know if holding the ball, free kick there. So
Big kick.
I'll try and fix this after this. It's working on the main scoreboard. That's what I'm trying to tell you to go down. And there's these jet in the background of the play. Sorry to the radio audience. I'm trying to direct the scoreboard, but it looks like a goal here.
Oh.
No, it's a free kick. It should have been advantage. And I'm trying to also now direct.
Do two things at once.
I am.
Like what I do.
I was hoping Sparky might be able to take over a bit.
Don't really know what I'm talking about. Ball coming back. Alexandra Hills got it now. Starting to run with it.
Sorry,
Big kick.
That scoreboard over there is now correct. Yeah, sorry to the radio audience. I know it's been a bit of radio science, a bit hard to try and do both. I'll try and work the scoreboard after this. So it's now in the far wing for Alexandra Hills. Get one handball away. There's a player down in the background for Ipswich, but it's moved on. Ipswich dropped the ball to the advantage now of Alexandra Hills. They get a handball away. Can they get a goal on the turnover? Alexandra Hills has the advantage here. But picked up by Ipswich. Great pressure, but he drops it to Jew again, coming to the aid of Alexandra Hills. Kick forward, get the handball away, son. You almost had it perfect, but you kind of stuffed it up. Oh, he's tackled without the ball. Should be a free kick there to Alexandra Hills. It's not. Very unlucky there. It's going to be a ball up. And on the clock, there is 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go.
This has gone quick.
Yep.
Ball comes out. Down in. Big kick.
And
looking to try.
And I fixed the scoreboard while I'm at it, guys. So thank you for that, Sparky. Apologies for the couple minutes of shaking of my microphone and not much talking. But it's now out of bounds, so no score there. So an update, it's 2-6-18. Ipswich trail by 6 points. Alexandra Hills yet to score this quarter, 4 straight 24. Pushed out wide there by by the Ipswich, but it goes out of bounds. There's going to be a ball up just outside 50 in the attacking half of Alexandra Hills. Ipswich haven't had all the momentum this quarter, but they've done really well to not let Alexandra Hills score. Can they hold them out for another 3 minutes and maybe get another goal or two themselves? Tap one down. Can they find a ball? Alexandra Hills do. They kick it to the pocket. Can they get a mark? No, it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be another ball up in the good pocket here and good positions for Alexandra Hills. So there's 3 minutes to go, 3:16. It's been a very interesting quarter, that's for sure.
Certainly has been. You've had everything. We've had a walk-off. We've had injuries.
Had a solo by Connor. A little bit of everything. The ball's tapped down. Good position there for Alexandra Hills, but it falls to Ipswich. Ipswich get the kick away. Can they get a mark here? No, they can't. It falls to the ground. It's a good contest. They need to get the handball. They do, but to no one. Alexandra Hills should be able to mop it up, but they can't. Picked up by Ipswich, but he's tackled high. Now it's kind of a ruck and maul. Comes out to the advantage of Ipswich, handballs to the air, tap to the ground. Can they get the ball? They do. Tap into advantage of to Arlen, but he can't pick it up. Now they do, but he's jumped, and now Ipswich jump it on it, and now it falls out to the advantage of Alexander Hills. Can they get a mark here? They do. No, could have paid that umpire, but didn't. Jumped on instead. Free kick for a dangerous tackle, I presume. And it is a free kick to Alexander Hills, and the Ipswich bench aren't happy about it. So Alexander Hills going to have a chance here to put in an attacking position. Again, the player wasn't ready for the ball who got the ball past to him, and it falls to the advantage of Ipswich and falls to the ground. Ipswich get the ball. Can they get it away? No. Alexander Hills pick it up, get it on the boot, and it's across the face and out of bounds. No score. So it's still 4 straight 24. Alexander Hills lead Ipswich 2-6-18 with a minute 40 to go. Really can't afford to let a goal in here, Ipswich. They've done well to stem the flow a little bit, but they haven't been able to capitalise when they've been down forward. But they haven't been down there much this quarter, which is unlike
they've been
them.
Very restricted to this half of the field.
So it's been good for Ipswich in a way that they haven't been able to let them in. But here we go. Alexander Hill drop a mark in the pocket. He breaks the tackle. Handball to nobody. Free kick after he gets rid of it for a tackle without the ball. So it's free kick to Alexander Hill in a very tight angle. Is he going to have a shot for goal is the question. And he looks like he is. So there's a minute to go. This could really put sting on Ipswich for so far a very low-scoring game. Could push the margin out to 2 goals. Lining up here, number 9 for Alexandra Hills. Puts it on the boot. Across the face, no score. Marked by Ipswich on the last line of defence. Needs to give him 9 metres, son, you do. Kicks it out wide. They've got 35 seconds to the 50 for not getting outside the 9 metres. Ipswich need to move quickly. They need to get the ball back to the man who's about to have the free kick. He's running for the ball, the guy with the free kick for Ipswich. They've got 20 seconds to try and get a forward transition. Quick kick there. Good kick. Can they get a mark? No, they can't. Alexander Hill drops it. Now it's going to be a chance for Alexander Hills to score. Tackled, holding the ball. Lucky not to pay a free kick against Alexander Hills. Ipswich has it and the ball up. That will see the end of the quarter. 3-2-1. And there's a siren. Leading into 3/4 time here at Ivor Marsden. Alexander Hills still lead 4 goals, 24 to Ipswich 2-6-18. And then over at Limestone Park, Jim Boomer still lead 53-10. So not a good night at the moment for either Ipswich 1 or Ipswich 2. Better night here at the Cattery with Ipswich only trailing by 6 going into the last quarter.
All right. Thank you very much, Jack. Take a little bit of a break. We'll be back with more from the Cattery as we do it live for Friday Night Football on the platforms of West Bremer.
100% local online. This is West Bremer Radio.
If you have trouble reading, that's something you can fix.
1300 65506.
If street directories leave you weak, if writing a letter makes you freak, if filling in forms can take a week, that's something you can fix.
1300 65506.
That's the Reading Writing Hotline.
1300 65506.
G'day, Danny Hoyland here for the Rockley Hotel, family owned and operated, open from 9am daily, lunch from 11:30am till 2:30pm, got dinner from 5pm till 9pm. There's a great TAV plus Keno, 20 of the latest gaming machines, drive-through open from 9am every day, and on Wednesdays only, rump steak served with chips, salad and sauce, only $19. That's great value. The Rockley Hotel at 1337 Ipswich Road at Rockley.
G'day everyone, Zach Caban here, and I'm bringing the big opinions, the hottest topics, and a whole lot of fun to your afternoons. From local sport to the local stories making waves, and even a little home and away. Nothing is off limits. Join me for the Sundown Rundown, Monday to Friday from 3 local through till 5, right here, only on West Bremer Radio. Let's talk, let's debate, let's make your drive home a whole lot more interesting.
Reducing the bushfire hazard around private property is the responsibility of the property owner. You can reduce your fire hazard by removing ground fuels that build up throughout the year. This can be done mechanically, or you can burn off the undergrowth, long grasses and leaf litter. If you're going to burn off, you must contact your local RFS Fire Control Centre first. There are now new laws dealing with this type of hazard reduction. Get FireWise. For more information, contact your local fire station.
Streaming live to Ipswich and surrounds. This is West Bremer Radio Online.
It is West Bremer Radio Online and also on the free West Bremer Radio app. We are doing it live from Ivor Marsden Memorial Sporting Complex for Friday Night Football. And it is DJ Sparky here freezing. Well, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
It's not cold yet.
It's not completely
You just
cold.
see Marty in the middle, though, just shivering without his jumper on. You can tell he's used to living out here at this time of night.
Absolutely. Definitely climatised.
100%.
That's a term. Yep.
That's a term. I could just imagine our Canberra listeners saying, it's not bloody cold up there
It's
yet.
not cold. That's it.
My friend just moved down to Canberra and sending me text messages. It's -3, -4. I'm just like, yeah, it's 7 and I'm freezing my thing. I've got my beanie on. I've definitely acclimatised to this Queensland weather and it's definitely a lot colder up here than you expect.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, the teams disperse. We get ready for the fourth and final quarter of this match. The score is currently 6-2.
2-6.
2-6-18, all right, to 4-0, 24.
So it's a 6-point game. Unfortunately, I've made a prediction of saying the team at kick straights to win. So I'm hoping that we start getting a few more goals here for Ipswich. But look, at the end of the day, Ipswich have had their opportunity to get in the lead and take advantage. They did really well to keep them out that quarter. Need to keep them out again this quarter and try and get a bit more forward pressure.
Do you feel like they're getting a little bit tired?
They're getting tired. They're getting a bit grumpy.
Exhort too much energy in that first quarter because that was dynamite.
Well, the thing is, they've put a lot of pressure on, but Alexandra Hills put a lot of pressure in the first half. So both teams are looking a bit tired. Although they dispersed from their huddles quite slowly. As you can see, the breath is still quite thick when you speak.
Yeah.
The ball's in the air to start the last quarter. 20 minutes to go. Can Ipswich 2 get their first win as a free kick to Alexandra Hills for high contact to start the quarter off? So, not the start Ipswich wanted, but it will be a free kick and a forward attack here for Alexandria Hills. They get a kick forward. Is there a mark, though? There's not been many forward marks at all this, forward 50 marks this game. Be it the due, be it the skill level, I don't know. But a kick forward here by Ipswich. Can they get a mark? No, they can't, but it forced the advantage. They're going forward. Kick long. Can they get a mark? In front, no.
Oh.
Falls to the ground. Alexander Hills jump on it, but it's kicked off the ground. Hit the post for Ipswich.
Oh.
First score of the quarter is like the rest of them, are behind. 2-7-19. Alexander Hills 4 straight goals. So 5 points now. A goal put them in front for the first time tonight. Not a great kick by Alexander Hills. Ipswich kicks it, but it's smothered off the boot. It's out of bounds. Is it out of bounds? Is it out of bounds? It is out of bounds. As I said, it's very deep pockets. It's very hard to see. Bit of push and shove there, as you can see as well. So here we go. In the right area for Ipswich to get a goal. Ball up here in their forward pocket. Minute and a half gone in this quarter. And you can hear the hushed silence of the venue. Till that right there. And it's tapped down to the advantage of Alexandra Hills, but they kick it out of bounds. Should be deliberate. He did not attempt to kick to anyone. It is a free kick for deliberate out of bounds to Ipswich. So they got a chance to push it forward here. Can they find a man leading? They're getting him back on the line. Ipswich need to find a mark. There's one lead there and it's ignored. Will there be a second lead? They need to move it on soon. They're taking a lot of time out. And it's just kind of just sitting. There's no option, so he just puts it at the top of the square. Probably the best option in the end. Mark dropped, punched away. Picked up by Ipswich, but it's dived on. Alexander Hills ended up getting it away. Kicked out wide, but there's man there, so it shouldn't be it. Bounces a good way for Alexander Hills. Stays in bounds. No, out of bounds. So it will be a ball up now just outside 50 and is pushing the right way here for Alexander Hills. But this gives Ipswich more space to work with rather than being tight. So they can push it out wide here and get a forward attack from the middle here if they can get a clean possession. Tap one down by Ipswich. Can they get the ball? No, it's on the ground, dived on. It should be another ball up, you'd reckon. Oh, the umpire lets it go. It spills out. Alexander Hill pushed in the back. Ball up, though. Lucky to get away with that one. So 3 minutes gone, 17 to go in this game. 5-point lead to Alexander Hills. Going down to the wire like we expected. Tap one down. Alexander Hills. Can they get the position? No, they can't. And it's another ball up. It's moved slightly across. Now at least I can see it in front around all these players.
Amen to that.
And Sparky said the same watching the camera.
Those heads.
The ball is up. Tap one down by Alexander Hills. But it's met in the nut tackle, handballed out. And it looks like it's going to fall out of bounds. It does again. So it's going to be another ball up in the exact same position. So much like how the first quarter started, it's looking like that at the moment. So 2-7-19 Ipswich trail Alexander Hill 4 straight goals, 24. Punched away by Ipswich, but picked up by Alexander Hills. Breaks the tackle, gets the kick away, forward attack here by Alexander Hills. Goes over the top, but they're going to run onto a ball here. Kick to his advantage. Here's Simo here chasing it. He don't have the leg speed, but he's got the body. Can he get to him? Kicked off the ground. What a goal! Alexander Hills with a miracle goal off the ground. The soccer was in Perth the other day. Sign him up for the Asian Cup or the World Cup qualifier, whatever it was. That's their 5th goal, 5 straight 30. Alexander Hills lead Ipswich 2-7-19. So, look, again, taking full advantage of when they can. It's now pushed out to 11 points. So 2 goals is needed for Ipswich, which doesn't sound like a lot, but is when you've only scored 2 goals the whole game. So it's 9 scoring shots to 5. Again, accuracy might be the enemy here. Ipswich have had all the chances to take the lead, haven't been able to do it. And
Can you imagine what it would be like if all those weren't behinds?
It'd be a lead for us, so it'd be good, wouldn't it?
Would be nice.
Tap one down by Alexander Hills now, but Ipswich ended up picking up the crumbs of it straight down the throat of Alexander Hills. Not the greatest there. Kick. Can they find a mark? No, they can't. But it's 3-on-1. Alexander Hills should win it out, and they do. Can they get a mark in 50? No. Punched away by Ipswich. Force the advantage of the miracle goal kicker at number 14 for Alexander Hills. Gets the handball away. Gets the kick. No, another handball for Alexander Hills. High tackle, free kick. Free kick here for Alexander Hills. So Ipswich need to man up, not let him get a free mark here, because it looks like maybe just out of his range from here. It's about a 50-metre kick. Very, very long, and no wind to contest with, but it's still a big kick for anyone. But he's got a massive run-up. He's got a Ben Brown style. He's almost back at the centre circle. But he's quick to move it on. And he puts the kick on. Big kick, not the distance. Punch it through probably. No. Oh, it does go through for behind. Very lucky there. That's the Alexander Hill's first behind of the match. So it's 5-1-31. Lead Ipswich by 12 points, 2-7-19. So not the greatest of...
Certainly wasn't.
Yeah, so 3/4 time down at Limestone Park. It's Ipswich 10, trail by 50 points. Jimboomba 60. As ball goes straight back in for Alexander Hills. Mark taken by Ipswich. They need to calm down here a bit. They don't need to rush it just yet. Kicked well. Mark dropped by number 25. Can he pick it up? He's done it quite, but he's tackled without it, sir, or ma'am. But he doesn't get the free kick. And it's going to be lucky not to be a free kick for the ball in the end. Oh, he was too afraid to bend over and pick that one up, I think, unfortunately. So,
or he was waiting for the tackle to actually happen.
Maybe. So it's a ball up on the wing here. Ipswich punch it forward, but straight to Alexander Hills. Seems to be a common occurrence, but it's kicked off the ground by high contact there, but not paid. And he wasn't happy about it either. But it's in dispute now for... in dispute now. Can they pick it up? No, they can't. It's still there. Alexander Hill will eventually get it away. but tackled without it. Could be another free kick. The umpires are letting a lot go at the moment. Handball by Ipswich. Picked up. Pushed in the back. Play on. Tapped out. Can Ipswich pick it up? They do. Gets a kick away. Ball in the air. Big hit. Here comes Ireland from the back. Doesn't get up. And it's going to be number 4 versus number 4 there. Big, taken out by his own player there. Ipswich pushed out wide by Alexandra Hills. It hasn't gone how quickly it's gone to the outside of the field. The speed there, though, is Ireland. Talking about soccer. Another 2 soccer kicks off the ground. Can they get it? They do. Ipswich pick it up. Handball. Not the greatest of handball. Dropped. Alexandra Hill dropped. And now it's slowly coming out. Can Ipswich pick it up? They can. Kicks it. Centering. Man underneath. Can't mark it. Kicks off the ground again. The Jews obviously getting. You can see the fog as well now slowly starting to creep over. Tap forward by Ipswich. Pushed. Can they pick it up? Alexandra Hill's doing the end. Tackled! Hold of the ball, sir! Ma'am. No. So it's now a ball up in the far pocket. Still a 12-point lead to Alexandra Hills. It's going a bit of a slowdown now. Ipswich probably need a score here to stay in the game with 11 minutes to go. Kick off the ground by Alexandra Hills. Pushing the back against Ipswich. Free kick. Here's their opportunity and a little push and shove afterwards. Don't be silly. You got the free kick. Don't give it away. Lining up for goal. He's gone a long way back. So Ipswich to stay in the game, you'd want to say. Lining up. Be kicking from about 25 metres on a 45-degree angle. Gets it on the boot. It's through!
Hey!
It's a goal! 3-7-25 Ipswich. Still trail by 6 points. 5-1-31. 1 goal in it. It's going to be a tight one. Ipswich finally taking advantage of some forward pressure that they didn't able to at the start of the quarter.
It was good to see. Good to see a little bit of an even scoreboard at the moment as well.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game, and it's what we wanted it, but at the same time, you can still see the scrappiness of it. The Jew obviously is playing a massive effect on the marking ability, and as I said, looks like a slight fog slowly coming over from the top. Tap one down by Alexander Hills, and they look like they're going to quickly wipe off the goal. Ipswich just scored. Mark taken by Ipswich in the defensive 50. Great work there. Can they find a man to continue the chain? They push it out to the far wing. Massive kick. Great kick. Picked up by... Not quite by Ipswich. I thought it was for a minute. Alexander Hills get away from it. But it's tripping. Oh, unlucky there. Free kick to Alexandra Hills. He tried to. You just didn't go for it, mate. Stop trying to milk the 50s. They're wasting a bit of time here, though, which is not what Ipswich want. Ipswich should have just given it straight to him and get ready to set up. Alexandra Hills are going to milk as much time as possible for the rest of this game. Pushing the back free kick against Ipswich. It was clear. Could see it from this side of the field. So 9 minutes to go. Alexandra Hills just looking to ice this game out. Ipswich need 2 scores to get into the lead. It's one down there by Alexandra Hills. One handball, far pocket. They're going to probably want it to go out of bounds. Doesn't yet. Still in play. Tackled. Alexandra Hills get on the boot. He's got it. What a goal. Push the lead back out to 12 points. 6-1-37 Alexandra Hills. Lead Ipswich 2, 3-7-25. Now it's going to be a tall order for Ipswich to get back into this one. 8.5 minutes to go.
He pulled it out at the right time.
Those kind of goals are what you need at this time, and you're right. Alexandra Hills has now got the momentum. They're not quite celebrating yet, but you can see they're running a bit more easy now. Still, anything can happen in a game of football. There's still 8 minutes to go. They need 13 points to take the lead, Ipswich.
Ipswich need a moment like that.
Yes, and they've struggled
a couple of moments like that.
They've struggled to get that kind of thing all game. Ball up here. Tap one down by Ipswich, but falls to Alexandra Hills, but he's tackled. Tackled again. Should be holding the ball, but the umpire, it comes out. Balls to the ground. Alexander Hills pick it up. Tackles straight away, though. Can't get it away. Gets it on the boot eventually. Ipswich takes a bounce. Palms the tackle. Kicks it. And tackled afterwards. Should be free kick downfield. Not. He was tackled after the fact. Should have been a free kick. Not. Here comes out, but not going to go very far. Tap back forward, but falls the advantage Alexander Hills. Alexander Hills, kick it to the wing. Foot race. Picked up. Good, clean possession in this wet weather, in this wetty dew. Picked up. Dropped there. Handball. No, kicks out to the pocket. Drop. Mark by number 14. He's going to slow it down. Very smart. Taking his time to line up here. I'm probably going to probably not going to have a shot, but he's going to take a time off as he can.
Stranger things have happened.
Kicks it. Good kick. Tap through for a behind. Not what Ipswich needed at all. 6-2-38. Alexandra Hills leads 3-7-25. Ipswich now need 3 goals to win instead of 2 and a behind. Need to be really quick here now too. Kicks out wide. Probably not. It's got the most numbers. Probably not the best place to go to. Alexandra Hills dive on it. Handball out. Number 8. Can he pick it up? He can. Breaks the tackle. Gets on the boot. Mark here. Almost ice it. Doesn't get one. Kicks it into an open goal. 44-25. Alexandra Hills now lead. And it's a long road home here for Ipswich with 6 minutes to go. So Alexandra Hills making the most of their opportunities this quarter. That after a very good defensive effort last quarter by Ipswich, Alexandra Hills just now slowly running away with it. 7-2-44 lead Ipswich 3-7-25. And it looks like these missed opportunities will come back to haunt Ipswich where there's one more scoring shot to Ipswich, but they're down by 19 points. So by the time the ball's in the air, there'll be just over 5 minutes to go. So they've milked a good minute off the clock by kicking it far. Very smart gamesmanship there by Alexandra Hills. Tap one down. Ipswich, can they pick it up? They do, but they dived on straight away. And it's going to be another ball up in the centre circle. 5 minutes to go in this game. Ball's in the air. Tap one down to Ipswich. Ipswich met in the tackle again straight away, though. Another ball up and precious time coming off the clock. Alexandra Hills loving this. Ipswich are just probably need to quicken it up if possible, but they're not just getting clean. They're just not getting clean possession. Alexandra Hills doing exactly what they need to do. They don't need the ball. They just need the ball to not move. So they've wasted another minute since the first ball up.
And those precious minutes ticking away in this game.
False. Ipswich can't get a clean break again. Oh, big hit there. Oh, and then he ends up getting away with it, though. Kick forward by Alexandra Hills. Mark dropped. Simo gets a punch in there. Ball's in dispute. Kicked off the ground there by Ipswich. They need to pick it up. They need to go for the ball, and they don't. They leave it behind. Alexandra Hills gets the kick into their forward half. Ipswich now get it, though. Pushing it forward. Still 4 minutes to go. But Alexandra Hills got to push out. In the back. Should be a free kick. Holding the ball. Oh, that's a lucky free kick to Ipswich, but they need to not muck around. They need to go quickly. They've got 3 minutes. Kicks it long. Can they get a mark? No, they can't, but it falls to their advantage. They need to bend over and pick it up, and he don't. He goes to the player instead. And Alexandra Hills is going to run away with it. Punch. Mark dropped there by Ipswich, but still falls to their advantage. Kicks it forward. Can they get a mark? No, dropped. Falls to the advantage of Ipswich in the end. But dropping the ball, not a free kick. Holding the ball without it. Should be a free kick. Finally a free kick. Legging free kick to Ipswich. They may possibly have a slight chance if they're quick with this, but they're not. They're not. Don't even know where the ball is now. No, they finally got it to where it needs to go. It needs to turn and go quickly. Just put it through, son, and keep going. They've got 3 minutes to score 4 goals. Very hard when there's no time off. He's taking his time to line up for this one. Probably not the smarter thing to do. Ipswich need this goal to have even the slightest sniff. Kicks it. Across the face. Behind. 3-8-26. Alexandra Hills 7-2-44 lead Ipswich. So they're just going to let the time slow down here. Alexandra Hills, he's going to take up as much time as possible. Probably, I don't understand why he ran that. He should have just stood there for as long as possible until someone ran at him. Kicks it out. Alexandra Hills take the mark. Clean possession. They should slow the ball down here, and they are. 2 minutes to go. Lucky not to be 50 because he moved off the mark. Kicked out wide to the wing towards us. Ball's going to spill out of bounds. Does. Another stoppage. And then there's 2 minutes to go. It's kind of flat now, as you can probably tell by my voice.
Yeah.
It's Alexandra Hills 7-2-44. Lead Ipswich 3-8-26.
Coming to that sad realisation.
Kick forward by Alexandra Hills. Can they get another goal? Add a bit of insult to injury. They kick it out wide to the pocket. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be another ball up in the deep pocket for Alexandra Hills. They could score more here. Look, the scoreboard's probably not fair to the game.
No.
It should be a lot closer than it is. Those last couple of goals from Alexandra Hills really hurt Ipswich. Very low-scoring game, and, yeah, ball's tapped down here. Falls to the advantage of Ipswich, but they just dive on it. Alexandra Hills pick it up. Handball out. 1, 2. In the pocket. Tackled. Doesn't get it away. Now they do. Falls to their advantage, but Ipswich gets it. Air swing. Picked up. High tackle. Free kick to Ipswich. 55 seconds to go. Not enough time to do anything. Just save a bit of the scoreboard here. Not the greatest to kick. Gives the opportunity for Alexandra Hill one more time to put on the score. High tackle, free kick should be, and it is. There's 34 seconds to go. Plays on. Centering kick. Should be holding the man, and it's not. Play on. Drop down. Handball. Gets it back. The guy kicked it in, but it's going to go out of bounds. No, he keeps it in. Handballs it straight to... Oh, no, it does go out in the end. 19 seconds to go. There won't be time for another score, you think, with how slow these stoppages and how contested these stoppages have been. So with 10 seconds on the clock, ball's in the air one more time. Tap one down by Alexandra Hills. Forward for him. There goes the siren to end the game. Alexandra Hills, too good for Ipswich 2. 7-2-44 to Ipswich, 3-8-26.
It was a massive effort.
And at the end of the day, what I said did end up happening. The team we kicked straight won. Ipswich with more scoring shots did not end up converting enough when they had the opportunities. Great game by Ipswich. Awesome effort, as you said. Just Alexandra Hill's too good, and they took advantage when they had their forward half pressure.
So. Yeah, I mean, what do Ipswich really need to... I mean, their accuracy is probably... So much intensity in that first half. Like, we really thought Ipswich was going to be in there with a fighting chance.
Yeah, I think that last quarter really... this third quarter really took it out of them where they were doing a lot of defensive effort. The pressure's there. They just need, I think, more time together because a lot of these players are still new to playing with each other. It's only round 7, and they've only played, There was a washout, I think, somewhere along the way. There's been a bye. So they haven't even played 5 games together. So there's a lot of positives here. And they can build on this. It was a really good game. And if things had gone their way, accuracy-wise...
it could have been a totally different outcome.
It could have been. And we've been harping on it all week, all season, all time with West Bremer. Accuracy wins games. And unfortunately... inaccuracy cost Ipswich here.
Yep, it absolutely did. We're going to wrap it up for a Friday night out here at Ivor Marsden. Thank you so much, Jack. You have done a phenomenal job, my friend.
You mean we're not going to waffle for 20 minutes?
We're really not going to waffle. In fact, you know what? There's the music. There's the music.
Where's Greg Champion?
No.
Yes.
No. Greg Champion's gone.
No, he'll be back. He'll be back next one for those who are missing it.
God. And thank you for your company, whether you've checked out our Facebook stream or you're listening on to West Bremer Radio. Have an amazing night, everyone. Have a great weekend. We'll catch you back out here at Ivor Marsden very soon. See ya.